Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Kicked Peanut, aka TKP.
Chicken peanut!
Yep, and I actually have kind of like a little bit of a script here. This is a show where a group of friends kick back, relax, and chat about issues that mainstream society are too afraid to participate in. I am one of your hosts, A.O. Xander, and I am joined by
Who is that?
everyone at once. So we have Pam Poovy, aka Alice. We have Bren Doom Fraser, aka Doom. We have Protoblob, aka Protoblob. So anyway, today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, November 27th. I'm still trying to say August for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm this on this August kick, 2022. So anyway, let's start out with Alice. Like, how was your last week? Anything interesting happened in your life? Anything talkable about in current events or whatnot? Like, you have the floor and go.
Okay, well, it's been quite a week for me. I've been promoted to a temporary manager, and if after 90 days I feel so fit that I want to keep on that position, I can. I made an insanely awesome pot roast for Turkey Day, and I also had a family birthday for my sister-in-law. It was her birthday, and and then like just reading things going on like in the current events of things, like it's been pretty interesting. The whole Tim Pool thing's been intriguing, and then Donald Trump coming back into Twitter has been interesting and intriguing. But other than that, just the normal, everyday Danny Cakes McGee kind of thing.
Yeah, like that whole Trump thing on Twitter, like that's interesting because he also reinstated the Babylon Bee, which is a pundit news organization. And
I know.
Why the hell were they banned to begin with? What did they do? Like,
well, they were a parody news station.
Yeah, so that means they have to get censored, like.
Yeah, I don't know why, because like what ended up happening is that some of the parodies of news that they were doing like ended up coming true, and they got mad.
Or maybe it was all right when they were parodying like the GOP and whatnot, but like when they started parodying things from the left, they got all butthurt because that's what they do.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, once again, I'm gonna mute myself for a moment. Let's go on to our next buddy and see how their week has been going on for a second, okay?
Yeah. What about you, Doom Guy?
Well, I had 2 Thanksgiving dinners. They were pretty good. They were bussin'. For Thanksgiving, I had food.
Well, that's good.
And my favorite food item that we had was food.
Huh.
AKA, also known as stuffing.
Ooh, stuffing is really good.
For real.
Yo, dude, like, isn't it true though? By the end of Thanksgiving dinner, you don't know what was more stuffed, the turkey or you?
I think it's a little of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both.
I do love stuffing too. Like, I completely agree with you. Like, I didn't have my traditional turkey day. I was really hoping that if I had gone out for Turkey Day this year, I would have gotten a carcass so that I could make turkey noodle soup like with it again, because that came out really good when I made it last time.
That's a real shame because we threw away our carcass. We didn't know what to do. Like, we don't know how to do that stuff. So
I can give you ingredients for it.
Well, maybe
Food's here.
Maybe next year we might be a little bit closer together. We'll see. So.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But yeah, no, like stuffing's amazing. My mom used to make stuffing like every now and then just to eat as dinner. Like she had like that stuffing mix or whatever, or like that pre-cooked. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember exactly how she did or what she did it, but yeah, like she used to just make straight up just stuffing for herself for dinner. So.
I was devastated when I asked my brother what his trick was for making the ham gravy during Christmas that's coming up here. And he disappointed me when he told me how he made it, and I was like, "Oh my God, you just ruined my world."
How does he make it?
He says like, dude, he uses a couple packets, and then obviously he uses the oil, the juices from the ham, but he uses a packet. I was like, you bastard.
So he doesn't like do his own like completely from scratch type thing. So
Yeah.
well, let's get to Blob
All
here.
right.
Blob, how was your week? You know, anything exciting happened, you know, around you or whatever in your life? Anything interesting in the news or current events or whatever?
Well, nothing, but I could tell you why the Babylon Bee was banned if you
Oh,
want.
please tell.
Yeah, because there is this guy named Richard Levine, and he became one of those transgender guys,
Oh,
and changed the first name to Rachel, and was named Woman of the Year by USA Today, and the Babylon Bee named him Man of the Year.
oh my
And-
God.
And because they refused to call him a woman, they were banned.
That is so stupid. That is like so, you know, 3-year-old juvenile behavior. Like, wow. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm just. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the word. I think we need to invent a new word, like for this level of idiocy. Just like flabbergastrated or something. I don't know. Like I am just floored, you know, with the amount of lunacy in that reason. Like that's, and I believe it. I you know that sounds true. Like, but that's just ridiculous. Like it's just so ridiculous. I just want to personally go over there and just slap every one of their faces. You know, like the Twitter people who banned the Babylon Bee, just stop it, stop it, stop it. You're stupid. You know, like seriously.
Well, half of them, didn't they get just fired too?
More than half, thank God. And hopefully they never get a job again. They don't deserve one. You know, people like that are the reason why people like me can't even get a job out here in California. You know, but I'm not going to get into all that. So, but no, like you know, as for me, this past week it's been really interesting. Like, you know, like once again, like you know, Thanksgiving. Obviously, I haven't really been paying attention to current events because I've just been really focusing on the show and the community and hanging out, you know, with all the Y-Files peeps and whatnot. And yeah, like there's a little bit of a shaky situation that I believe has been fixed. So like you know, things are good with there. Yesterday, like. I came to fully realize because, like, you know, I did the history show yesterday, and then Dad and I went down to that Olinda walking trail and oil museum type thing area. It's an outdoor thing, like,
That's cool.
And yeah, like I just like before that, like, because like I've been trying to get out there for months. Like, you know, one thing happens, another thing happens, whatever. Like, and Dad and I were just like, okay, we got to put up the Christmas lights and whatnot, you know, on the outside and everything, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're not going to be doing a news show tomorrow. We will be doing the history show, of course, but the news show is not going to be done tomorrow, so Dad and I can try to get all the outside lights done. But we were planning on like either do that yesterday or go out for this walk, and then I realized the past year, and I mean 1 year ago at Thanksgiving time, he and I went and did a little road trip out to Arizona, met up with family out in Tucson. You know, went down to Tombstone. And yeah, Alice, that's where I got you your couple of keychains and such.
Yes, you did.
Man, it's
Yes,
already
you
been a
did.
year. Wow.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
That's cool. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you had a really good holiday time, though, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, back then. But like, no, like other than that. The only other time I've ever been out of the house, like actually doing something, like, you know, yeah, I've gone out, you know, grocery shopping, I've gone out, you know, to get beer and stuff, you know, but actually going out and doing something, I've only done it one other time the entire year, and that was when Dad and I went to go see Nope, that movie from Jordan Peele, and it's an alright movie, but I mean, I'm just like, wow, I really have not gotten out, like, you know, and I'm used to this sedentary lifestyle, which is not good. And I know my mental faculties are on the breaking point of not already snapped. You know, I know I have cabin fever. And then so like yesterday, I'm just like, we have got to go out. I need to go out. I need to go just unplug for a bit and just go do something. You know, and we did.
Exactly. I've been telling you to do that for like forever now.
Yeah, well, I didn't have the luxury back then. Now I do.
Well,
So
I'm happy you now do have that luxury to be able to do that because it's really good for your health.
it is, and what I would like to do, in like, I'm hoping sooner rather than later, like maybe at some point, if somebody, because like what we do here with these shows, it's not really that complicated right now. Now I do want to get into Streamlabs and everything, so that's going to make things a lot more complicated. But I do need to find somebody who can do what I do on my end, to do the show, so that way I can have a day off or two, like
I can. If you want me to, I can try to.
Like, I think all of us would be willing to like work together to make it work so you can have a couple days free.
That would be fantastic, and we'll talk more about that off the air. But like as of now, as I said, like there's only a couple things that I do. Like I run it off Discord. I'm gonna have to get the stream key for the guy so they can link their OBS to it. But like there's really not, like, this is as simple as you can get as far as streaming, I believe. Maybe there's one thing that's even more simple, but but yeah, no, anyway, so like I was going out, like did the walk, went up in the hills and everything, experienced some nature, took a lot of photographs. I shared them in the Pics channel if you guys have seen them or not. But there's a lot of really interesting history out there, and I was blown away. I forgot the guy's name, but actually let's see if I can find it. There's a guy, here it is. Let's see if it'll let me read it. Oh man, it's kind of fuzzy. Baseball teams. Walter Johnson, if you know the name. He played for some baseball. He's a Baseball Hall of Famer now. But before that, he grew up in Olinda and played for the Olindians, a local semi-professional baseball team. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Go out, experience the world around you, because you do not know what rich history is just around the corner, literally from your front door. Hang on,
let me double check this, but down by Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, Lewis. Is that Daniel Boone's farm?
Huh.
School district. Yeah, Daniel Boone, right? Okay, yeah. So where Daniel Boone grew up, I believe, is like a jump, hop, and skip away. Actually, one day, one of the first times I came out to Pennsylvania, we were driving by it, and they pointed, people I was with pointed out, like, that was like the household and farm that Daniel Boone like grew up on. And I was like, oh damn. And
That's
they do
cool.
have like they do have like open charities and stuff like that, and try to do benefits to raise money to keep it going for Daniel Boone, to keep it whole thing together and keep it restored. But it's a really cool like farmstead though. But it's just north of Philadelphia, like in southwest of like Birdsboro, I think, maybe. I don't know. Daniel Boone, I think it's Daniel Boone. Well, the man just said yeah, but could be, or it could be. Well, it's not David, or otherwise I would be like thinking Davy Crockett, but
Davy Crockett. Well, let's
however,
see here.
you have the Mary Tyler Moore Show is mostly known for being in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ah, Minnesota, don't you know?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm
Tell
looking
us,
here. From Brendan Fraser, we have an article here. Batman versus slasher characters, or an idea of
What?
discussion.
Oh.
That'd make for that.
Oh, you guys were talking about this, and I missed most of it.
We were saving it for the show, and
we wanted to save it for the show. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this was like what, a week or two ago we were talking about.
On the
this? Brendan
15th.
Fraser?
Yeah. We should start from weakest to strongest. Like, we should start from like the weakest slashers to strongest slashers. I'd say.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some extensive research on this together.
Honestly, I'd say Chucky's one of the weakest. I'd say he might be the weakest just because of how small he is.
I was actually thinking about Chucky, not because of the size, but because like Batman deals with a whole bunch of crazy shit, Chucky would be fairly easy prey to him because he is a convicted criminal. He has a record, and it wouldn't take really that long for Batman to figure out that he used occult magic to transfer his body into a doll.
Oh yeah.
And then he just has to hunt down Batman will Batman, and Chucky will have no chance.
But in the same time, you gotta think though that Chucky also has an advantage for being small. He is a doll for the unsuspecting person.
And that's the thing.
He'll have an advantage until he's found out.
But the difference is, Batman can get up high. Chucky can't.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
What was it?
If you look at
Xander, Max says Chucky's not a doll anymore now. What is he?
He's a woman now.
He's a woman?
What?
What?
No.
Well, no, there's the Bride of Chucky, I remember, but that was two people.
Yeah, no, that was Chucky and Chucky's wife.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm thinking
exactly, he embodied a little girl.
Now, I haven't seen every single last Child's.
He's a female doll.
I haven't seen every single last Child's Play movie. I've only seen one or two. But from my knowledge, the majority of Chucky's kills are on, as it was said before, unsuspecting people. So unless Chucky is going after Batman to begin with, there's no way that you can trick Batman into being easy prey. Number one. And number two, he is small, and he knives and everything. But hey, how are you going to stab Batman? He's wearing armor. So, Chucky has extreme disadvantage. So.
But the doll thing does have a fair advantage, but not the best.
Now, unless Chucky can somehow get himself into Bane, then that would be something else. If he can,
good God.
Yeah, if he can possess Bane, oh no, then Batman would actually have a problem. So the only advantage Chucky really has is if he somehow gets into one of Batman's classical villains, does his black magic of soul transfership, and so.
Yeah, but what if Chucky dresses up and then isn't recognized by Batman?
He's a doll, though.
Yeah, he looks like another doll then.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Batman would have a gadget somehow. I mean, I don't want to go down the stereotypical route. Oh, it's Batman. He'll figure something out. But I mean, it's Batman. He'll figure something out.
True. It is true. He would.
Yeah.
He'd always find.
Well, till a certain time, just like any man, normal man who doesn't have any super things, he does age like any normal human being does too.
Yeah. So does Chucky though. Wasn't he aging and everything in one of the movies? He had to find a new body or something.
Mag, would you want come here, Mag? Just speak and say.
That's what he did in the most recent theatrical movie.
Okay.
You remember that girl in the wheelchair?
No, I haven't seen it.
The movie before the last one, it was a girl in a wheelchair, and in the last movie, after he split his soul into other Chucky dolls, he possessed the girl, and he's not a doll anymore.
All right.
The girl is actually the Chucky actor's real-life daughter.
Oh, the girl is the actual real life daughter of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now,
So
while we're still speaking about mortals, how about Michael Myers? How would Batman do against Michael Myers?
That would be interesting. That could be, if Michael has the physical speed, he might be able to go toe-to-toe with Batman. Because physically, Batman's pretty close in strength.
Yeah, Batman also has also, we got to put in the aspect where are they engaging? There's so many factors we can put into play here. Without tall buildings and shit, Batman loses a lot of his potential.
But also the persistence of Michael, he just keeps coming back and back and back. It'll probably eventually could potentially wear out Batman.
And the only problem is that Michael is very slow. He's a very slow person.
But he only comes back once a year, yes.
Yeah.
But
And that's and by that time, you give Batman a whole year of prep time against Michael Myers, Michael's losing. He's losing.
Dude, that makes me wonder. And I know I'm jumping a few difficulty levels here, but has anybody here seen the movies Jeepers Creepers?
I have. Oh, so you're talking about that guy?
The creeper, yeah, the demon that every
Comes back
23
every
years.
28 years.
Yeah,
He could have an advantage, or he comes back every 21 years.
Yeah, if Batman is aware of it with enough prep time before it awakens, then maybe. Because, like, remember that, like, in the second one, well, at the end of the second one, Jeepers Creepers, like, the guy was getting prepared to kill the demon again. He had the demon up on the wall, that was, like, in hibernation. And, like, he was ready, like, 28 years, like, I'm ready. Like, so...
Yeah, he was ready to go.
Yeah.
Over Ghostface, Batman wins easily. Because Ghostface is just a normal guy. He's just a normal dude.
Oh, yeah. Ghostface is just some random serial. So, Batman will annihilate that guy.
He's just like... Yeah,
but we're not talking about Ghostface here. We're talking about the Jeepers Creepers.
Well, no. We're going from one topic to another. That's the whole point. Like, fluid conversation.
Yeah, we were going through... we're going through, like...
I don't know too much about Ghostface, to be honest.
There really isn't much to know. Like...
Yeah, he's literally just a normal... He's basically the equivalent of just a normal goon in the Batman movie.
Like, he's just a normal serial killer, you know? Like...
Yeah, he's just your run-of-the-mill serial killer. He's like he's like a really dumb Riddler.
Yeah!
Like Riddler, he was stupid, but with like a little stronger. Because if he fought Riddler in a fist fight, Riddler would lose.
Now, here's the thing. Like, speaking of fighting and everything, because I'm obviously thinking of, like, the next two, Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, of course. Like, Freddy Krueger's domain is in the dream world. And, like, so Batman versus Freddy Krueger, Batman would annihilate him. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Because, Batman, like, he is extremely, like, in control of his mind. So if Freddy tried to do anything to him in his dreams, he will get screwed.
He's haunted.
And
not necessarily, because he's also haunted by his dreams still.
That is true. He does have a fear, which is bats, and his parents' death is a scar on him forever. So yeah, of course.
Freddy could definitely take advantage of that.
But still, Batman has fought against psychers. Like he has fought against people trying to infiltrate his mind. Like, what was that one? Like, remember that one in the animated series? There's that one telepathic guy, and he was like, he kept humming the Marajaka tune in his head, and all that stuff. So when he he's awake and he's getting bombarded, like when he's asleep, he like, I don't know, like we're gonna need to get some actual science behind this, but.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Freddy would just be
destroyed.
destroyed.
Definitely be a good adversary, so I think we should put him on the side shelf for now, and bring him back later.
But the thing is,
it depends on the scenario.
If you take Arkham Asylum as canon, then Batman got knocked out with the scares from Scarecrow and got nightmares from that.
That is true. Yeah. Well, what about... mentioned him before. What about Jason Voorhees? I think
Jason would beat him. Because Jason physically can't. He can't technically be killed. Like, he technically cannot die.
Yeah, no, he can't. Well, first off, Batman wouldn't kill him, number one. Number two, the only way Batman can really do anything to Jason would be have to build some kind of super powerful constraint device so that way he can't break free or anything.
Yeah.
So,
which is excessively difficult given how strong Jason is.
Now, like, with that said,
because he would keep coming back no matter what.
Yeah, Batman would have to keep his distance because physically he will not, do that well. Like, the knife won't, like, he's wearing armor, but I mean, if he gets stabbed in the mouth, he'll be pretty much done. And Jason could probably rip him in half anyway. So he needs to keep his distance. So it's going to be a range fight at that point.
There's two people I can think of right now on the top of my head that could for potentially a longer time than Batman against Jason, and that would be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
Well, they would probably win. because they actually they regenerate quicker than Jason.
Well, Wolverine regenerates faster than Deadpool, so Wolverine will and actually Jason doesn't have regenerative power, so Wolverine can just slice him with his adamantium claws. That's the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Deadpool, he'll be different.
Are we talking about Jason? Are we talking Jason? Are we talking Logan pre adamantium, or we could say we go
Well,
pre-adamantium,
he can still kick a lot of ass.
Either way,
he has to return the bones.
But
I'm just saying maybe after the adamantium has been taken from him, after Magneto ripped it from his body.
Oh, okay.
You're talking comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm also I'm also adding in some characters too. It can't just always be Batman, but
the whole topic of conversation is how will Batman fare against these things? We do got to keep on Batman here. So.
But I just wanted to bring up the fact that there would be a couple characters that I think they could go toe to toe with Jason.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Superman without getting hit with kryptonite would beat all of them, just because he's.
But then knowing us, they could do a fucking movie or comic where Jason just has a kryptonite machete.
I was literally thinking kryptonite machete, and as you were saying that, I was thinking, what about Freddy with kryptonite claws?
Oh shit! Well, yeah, but that'd be Superman, not Batman. Batman would just be what the hell?
Yeah.
And then eventually die over time because he's got too old. He can't battle as well as he used to.
What other slasher things? We can't even talk about Saw because the Batman will never fall for any of that.
No, well, we could talk about Pinhead.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
But Saw,
Hellraiser. How do you battle a demon
in his house?
Batman's battled demons before, bro. Isn't the whole thing with Darkseid and his cyber demons? They're demons. He's fought demons and such.
But not Pinhead. I mean, he's
not Pinhead.
He's from level.
And I don't know a thing about Pinhead. I've never seen any of the movies. I've never read anything. I am completely. I have no idea. So I can't even talk about Pinhead right now.
Well, Pinhead is considered the one person of all, horror films and flicks, based off of that. He has the highest ranking of kills.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
but
Pinhead.
He's also technically one of the more powerful because he does have telekinetic powers. Physically, he's pretty He's pretty strong physically, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he is. Well, he's also a demon, so I mean. This is where I think Batman might fail is against Pinhead.
Maybe.
Just put Doomslayer in there. Oh my god! As soon as he finds out Pinhead's a demon, oh no, that's gonna be.
And Pinhead resurrects all of his buddies with him. Do you think Batman could take them all on?
Well, if Pinhead's gonna have backup, then Batman should call in the Justice League. So.
Wow.
That's only fair.
Even at that point, I don't even know. This is where I get a little with.
I mean, we're talking about one-on-one. If Pinhead's going to raise an army, then Batman can't, you can't expect him not to have any backup. Come on.
Yeah, well, he can raise one too, and, but Batman is from the DC, and very rarely do Marvel and DC interlap.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me, what is it, Apple's going to be buying Disney maybe here soon? I've been hearing murmurs about that. So, holy crap.
Well, I would just be happy if Disney just ceased to exist.
Same here. Believe me. Very same. Dude, Disney pisses me off so much because, every summer I hear those damn fireworks because I just live spitting distance from Disneyland. Every summer I hear those fireworks, and all I can think about is, wow, how many people are being their throats are being stepped on by police for lighting a cigarette, because of all the fire hazards. Yet Disney is allowed to throw explosions into the sky for half an hour every fucking night during peak of fire season. How does that make sense?
Yep, there's more Antifa per capita in California than anywhere else, I think.
Yeah. Well, between Los Angeles and New York, I don't know which one, has more what. But like both places are shitholes. But all of California is a shithole. So.
I think that Northern California, like close to Oregon, actually, there are pretty good, nice areas up there.
Are there any other slashers that I don't have in my mind right now?
Leatherface.
Yeah, Leatherface.
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 Yeah.
That's
I
right.
think
Leatherface is a klutz.
Yeah, but
Batman
Leatherface
would
is just
eat-
immortal, right? Like he's just a psycho.
Leatherface, he's just the only thing he has going for him is strength, and other than that, he's a clumsy snail.
So Batman wouldn't have a
Yeah,
problem
I'd
with
put him
him.
down. I'd
Oh,
put
yeah,
him down
easy.
for
It's
sexy.
an easy win.
Yeah.
What about the family of A House of 1,000 Corpses?
Never seen that.
Aren't they just mortal though?
Well, yeah, they're normal people, but sometimes normal people can surprise you. But
True.
Batman's a
Oh,
normal
Batman.
person. At least like.
He's a normal person at peak physical strength. He's peak human.
Yeah.
He's peak human with the athletic ability of a superhuman.
Yeah.
hmm,
With all of his
Because-
gidgy gadgets and such.
Because peak humans should not be able to pick up a whole human being with one arm.
Yeah, well, Batman's suit might also have some kind of augmentation to aid it in his strength,
It does. I think it does. I don't think it strict physics. It's just with the suit. He's able to take more hits because of what his armor's made out of.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's able to take the hits that he's able to. I mean, sure, he can take hits, no problem. Like most hits, he can handle just fine, like on his own. But like to take a hit from Superman, yeah, he needs that suit.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Well, that special suit, yeah, no, that's it's like Superman suit. Like, I'm just
His-
talking about his normal suit.
His normal suit.
Batman.
I
Batman
wanna
against
see-
Dark Phoenix.
I will say, the Arkham Batman beats all of them except for Jeepers.
Yeah.
Like, Arkham Batman is brutal.
Yeah.
Like, he's brutally violent.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, in this recent Batman, the 2022 one, like,
Yeah.
dude,
He's
that
pretty-
that version is very actually realistic and down to earth and possible. Like, the Batmobile's not fucking crazy, Like,
Yeah, it's just a muscle
and
car.
you want to talk about something crazy violent, like the way he made the Penguin, like, do 15 barrel rolls in the air, like that was absolutely nuts. Like that's pretty violent right there.
Oh, yeah.
I think
he's
I know
like-
the ultimate villain against that Batman can never beat because it just can't happen.
Which
Even
one?
though sometimes it has been written that way, but he always comes back. Is Batman versus Joker?
Oh well.
Well,
Joker,
every time
Joker and Batman
every
are two
time-
sides of the same coin. So
How
The
about
thing is,
Batman
with-
versus, how about Batman versus Loki?
Loki.
I think he can beat Loki.
Well,
I think
now
he
we're
could.
getting
He
into like mixing the different realms. Like,
Well, yeah, but we
yeah.
can still do it.
Like, versus Thor wins. Thor beats him.
Yeah.
100% wins against that. It's an easy fight for Thor.
I don't know,
He's got
man.
Mjolnir. He
Like,
just hits him once.
I
Hits
think
one
Batman
time
would
and
be
Mjolnir.
able to wield Mjolnir. So-
Maybe.
Well, he's not really pure of heart, though.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. But he has good intentions. He has a good intentioned heart.
What part of Batman is not pure of heart?
Have you seen how violent he is?
Well,
He's a
yeah, but
Dark
Thor's
Knight.
dude. Thor's like killed people. Like Thor's led people into war. Like that. I think that's a little worse than Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Batman sits there and straight up tortures people. He doesn't kill them instantly. He doesn't
Well,
immediately kill them.
Yeah.
No,
Death
he
doesn't
does it
work.
in the name of saving a realm.
Batman's the kind of guy that makes you wish you want to die but will never kill you. He never will.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He just won't.
Well, because his parents got murdered, and he's not going to do that. Like,
But he'll just make you suffer in a different way.
yeah.
Like, he just makes he can break every bone in your body in any way in every way he can imagine. But he won't kill you. He won't. You won't die.
So yeah, he could potentially like possess Mjolnir. Yum Yum. So like Yum Yum.
And the reason Thor kills is for a just cause. Like he's doing it to protect people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a lesson he learned in the first movie. So
yeah,
but yeah. But anyway, let's move on up a topic here. Whatever happened to PEZ? You know, y'all remember those PEZ dispensers?
Yeah.
PEZ?
Yeah.
They're still around. You just have to like find them online. But I did actually see a PEZ dispenser at a gas station, like 20 minutes or so away from where I grew. Like, well, from where I was a week and a half ago. So I was like, oh, when I was getting some gas for the car for the ride. So yeah, they're still around. You just gotta find them in the right places.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says here, is PEZ still made? Today, the company sells and markets its products worldwide with locations in Orange, Connecticut, and Traun, Austria. Between them, the two locations distribute approximately 70 million dispensers and 5 billion candies per year. PEZ products are available in more than 80 countries worldwide. So they're still around. I just haven't seen them in a while. Like,
you just gotta know where to find them. They're usually just like kind of like hiddenly obscured in places too. So
yeah.
Meow, meow.
And I'm let's see here. There it is. I'll wait until Noah's back in because he wants to talk about ancient Egypt and pyramids and all that stuff, and that's a whole thing of discussion I want to get into. But I want him to be here. But he was also talking about Batman's sleep schedule. And apparently, Batman has a sleep schedule of like sleep for an hour, be awake for a half hour, sleep for another hour. I don't know, but like he knows about that. So I'm gonna wait till next time he's in.
Yeah, well, actually, I believe that like Donald Trump like only sleeps like he does a similar sleep schedule too.
Yeah, he only sleeps about 3 to 4 hours a night. From what I remember.
But he takes like little intermittent naps like in between, which is actually supposed to be like what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, well, like I remember hearing that this whole 8-hour thing is actually something relatively new in the past 150 years. It used to be that we slept for like 4 to 5 hours, woke up, did a couple things, went back to bed for another 3 to 4 hours, and then we did our day. But because of like how everything changed, you know, industrialization and assembly lines and all that stuff, we turned into more of a manufacturing species. So, yeah.
Well, instead of the farmer species.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've been going on for almost 40 minutes. Does anybody else have anything else, just randomly to think of? All right, I think I'll leave it here. So, that'll conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of random bullshittery, we stream the Kick Peanut every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is what your guys' time?
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m.
Yep. 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and 3 p.m. Mountain. So... And what time is it for you, Proto? You're like all the way somewhere on the other side of the planet, Blob.
Well,
right. Hours behind.
p.m.
It's what?
11:40 p.m.
Wow, so we do the show at 11 o'clock your night. Wow. And it's a Sunday night too. Don't you have work in the morning?
No.
Oh. Okay, well that's always nice.
Lucky duck. I usually have tomorrow off, but not today, Todd.
Well, anyway, until you catch us next Sunday, or if you're interested in history, we do a history show every single day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. We do a news show every weekday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And on Saturdays, we're going to be having a show one time or another and all that stuff. Anyway, until the next time you see us, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles!
Be cool, stay in school, don't do drugs.